Hey, yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
One thing that I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't get enough credit for is his toughness. This is a guy who plays through injuries, but it's also being mentally tough, knowing that everyone's always trying to move him out of the lineup, trying to find a replacement for him, yet he continues to battle and has earned the total respect of his teammates.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Ballage. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ballage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll run here with Ballage. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a 3rd-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. First carry for James Conner, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
Go to 50, slant. Go out. Check it out.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. He'll get that one complete to Conner. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
One of the more underrated yet valuable positions in the NFL is safety, and Rashad Jones epitomizes what you're looking for. A guy who can drop down into the box in the run game and tackle those bigger, stronger running backs. He can also cover people, whether it's tight ends or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field every down and make big plays.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Time to feature the offensive starters and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run it with Melage. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Uses the stiff arm. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph off play action. Open man here is Gentry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a yard, Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Stand up. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for. Not
at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Fitzpatrick now. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Fitzpatrick finding his tight end, Gesicki. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no.
It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And he rips that one incomplete there. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph being chased out left. And he's going to keep it. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick caught by Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And it's caught by Parker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the run is Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll start on the ground with Galage. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Samuels. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rudolph. That ball caught.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut. All the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. The field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the out.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Ready up. Shoot.
On second down, Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out come the Dolphins now.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Fitzpatrick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Fitzpatrick again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fitzpatrick completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing Fitzpatrick. That is wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Let's go, baby.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start the drive with Connor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
This is Connor running right. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down at the 26-yard line.
Again, a run with Connor. And they will stop him after only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Rush in.
For the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.